Hello guys, this is Kansha Tyagi working as Assistant Professor IMS Ghaziabad University Courses campus. Today we'll be talking about performance appraisal. As you can see, there are two terms, performance and appraisal. Performance can be defined as degree of accomplishment of task, duties and responsibilities which makes an individual's job. Whereas appraisal here means the process of evaluating performance of an employee. Appraisal is different from judgment. Here, we are not judging the performance of an employee. We are just evaluating the performance of an employee against predetermined set of standards. Now, let's see about the definition of performance appraisal. Performance evaluation or appraisal is the process of deciding how well an employee performs his or her job. Performance appraisal can be defined as the objective assessment of an individual's performance against predetermined benchmarks. Now, let's talk about the process of performance appraisal. First, you set the work standard. Now, you must be pondering about from where this work standards will come. Guys, you may recall that in the last class, we have talked about job analysis, which was the process of detailed study of each and every job within the organization, which tells you what are the activities to be performed and who will be performing these activities in terms of knowledge, skill and ability of the person and the duties to be performed on the job. From job analysis, you set your performance standard, and on the basis of those performance standard, in the second step, we assess the employee's actual performance. So first you set the standard and you compare the actual performance of an employee against those standards, and then you provide the feedback to the employer. Now, what are the features of performance appraisal? Performance appraisal is a systematic process. As I told you earlier also, it has a series of steps. Just like you first set the standard, then you measure the actual performance in an employee, and then you provide the feedback. That's why I'm calling it as a systematic process. Second, it tries to find out how well an employee is performing. See, the purpose of performance appraisal is to let the employee know that is their performance as per the standard or above it or below it. And if it is below, then you need to take something corrective action in the form of training and development, counseling, providing them reward so that their performance can be as per the standards. Performance appraisal is done periodically. See, performance appraisal can be formal, it can be informal. The formal performance appraisal can be done by an organization either annually or biannually. It varies from company to company or the policy to policy. Whereas informal performance appraisal is done on day-to-day basis when your senior observe how you're working and provide you the feedback and communicate to you that how you can improve your day-to-day activities within the organization. But the formal performance appraisal is done periodically. It can be done annually or biannually. Performance appraisal is not a past-oriented activity, a very important point. See, we are appraising your performance on the basis of how well you have performed the last 1 year. But our objective is not past-oriented. Our objective is how you can improve the future performance of yours within the organization, keeping in mind the organizational goals and objectives. So it is done on the basis of your past performance, but to improve your present and future performance within the organization. Now, performance appraisal is not job evaluation. Very relevant point. In performance appraisal, we are evaluating the performance of an employee against certain predetermined benchmark or standards, that how well you are performing. But job evaluation is the process in which we are not evaluating the performance of an employer, but we are evaluating the worth of the job. For example, that how much is a job of a clerk is of relevance to my organization, and on the basis of that worth, your pay packages will be decided. So always keep in mind that in performance appraisal, we are evaluating the performance of an employee against predetermined standard. Whereas in job evaluation, we are calculating the worth, that how much importance one particular job has in my organization. They both are different things, and you should know the difference. Last but not least, performance appraisal is not limited to calling the faults. See, the objective of performance appraisal is not finding the faults of the people. The objective is further improvement in performance so that individual and organizational goal can be achieved. So these were the features of performance appraisal. Now, why performance appraisal is done? See, the output or outcome of performance appraisal can be needed for your compensation decision. There is in countries like India, maximum number of employees are working in the unorganized sector. They do not have packages as to the government norm. So in order to provide a cushion against inflationary pressure, the companies do have policy of providing the increment in the salary. So on what basis you will increase the salary of the people? So here again, the result of performance appraisal act as a standard in deciding your compensation. Promotion decision. Now first, what is promotion? Promotion means vertical upward movement of an employee within the organization. And it can be one internal source of recruitment. When you have a vacancy higher up in the ladder and you find an employee, the result of an employee on the basis of performance appraisal is that he has outperformed in the past, then you can promote that employee. So the result of performance appraisal can be used in promotion decision. Training and development program. I told you that the objective of performance appraisal is not finding the faults among the people. But if you see that performance of an employee is falling below the standard, but you find that employee do have potential, so you need to find out the reasons that why performance is not as per the standard. And one reason that can be that you are not providing them appropriate training and development which can enhance the knowledge, skill and ability of the employee so that their performance can be as per the standard. So the result can be used for training and development programs. Feedback. For the most obvious usage of the result of performance appraisal is in providing the feedback to the employee that how well he or she is performing within the organization, and if it is not as per the standard, how they can improve it. And last, performance appraisal can be used in personal development. You can counsel employee, you can help them in their career development too. Thank you. This was all about performance appraisal. See you in the next class.